NewGenGamers.com.
An interesting little factoid on this game, not only did it sell over pretty much 8.5 million copies, and that's not even counting the ones that have been sold on Xbox Live as an Xbox original. That could be a whole nother 2 million of them. The idea here, it was also the best-selling game for the original Xbox.
This one versus Halo 1.
This one sold better than Halo 1.
Well, like I said, they added the dual wielding, they added the SMG. I was thinking they added the Needler, but
something else to think
I was mistaken on that.
Is that the installed base was a lot bigger by the time this game came out. It was getting closer to its final sales total.
That is something to look at.
So, people that hadn't tried Halo 1 just started with Halo 2.
Right.
And ended up probably buying Halo 1 used or something, so it didn't count as its actual sales.
Right.
Because that 8.46 million is just new copies. It got officially announced in September of 2002 with a really cool cinematic trailer. Everyone remembers that one, I think. If I can find it, I'll try and include it on the video here. And then they showed it at E3 2003, and everyone just freaked. Because the trailer was kind of just pretty cinematics.
Right.
Whereas the gameplay looked
now
like Halo.
If you notice the larger guys around the yellow guy, they're the brutes.
Okay.
They're
the hammer guys.
Yeah. Which is why they're called brutes. And you heard the little guys chanting heretic. He's supposed to be all sorts of persecuted.
Yeah, well, going back to the cliffhanger, they actually, that wasn't the planned ending.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the planned ending?
They were actually planning on having a real ending to it. But unfortunately, because they were so limited on, how to finish the game, they basically had to go into a super crunch and couldn't, polish things. So there wasn't, a real ending made. This one also took full advantage of the 5.1 digital surround sound that was in the Xbox. The original didn't do that. There was also a weird promo thing for this. When they were trying to sell the game, they did a I Love Bees kind of web thing. Yeah, it centered around a hacked website that was about beekeeping, but it kept hiding things in it. It was a nice piece of viral marketing. And actually even won a Webby.
It won a Webby?
It won a Webby. I want a Webby.
I don't think I need a Webby.
You don't want a Webby?
I've seen DuckTales. That's okay.
I've seen DuckTales. Now, what were you going to tell us, Luke?
What was I talking about? Aside from the DuckTales remark.
Now, Halo also had a collector's edition.
Oh, right, the collector's edition. I actually owned one of those. They had a special edition disc with the making of, which the disc holding action was poorly designed because they put the two discs right there on top of each other. And whereas there's a little separator in between them, it's just kind of annoying because the separator's only like an extra eighth of an inch around the base of the holder.
So if they would have included like maybe an extra tray or something, it might have been a little bit more passable.
Or even just like a clear plastic piece in between the two would have been passable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it also came with some extra stuff. The instruction booklet was actually in the Covenant look, whereas the regular was in the UNSC viewpoint. And it had the Conversations from the Universe booklet, which had some more information about both the human and the Covenant side. And the case was actually aluminum. It was an aluminum case.
I believe that Halo also added, or Halo 2 also added the brute weapon. Actually, two brute weapons: a grenade launcher. No, I think it was just the grenade launcher, and the other brute weapon. No, the carbine, I believe it was, that you could use, which was like those guys with the shields. Whenever they were playing sniper, you typically use those.
Okay. Now we got some more fun facts here. 3 weeks before the release, 1.5 million copies had been pre-ordered. That was a record for that day and age. The game sold 2.4 million copies and earned $125 million in its first 24 hours.
That's so ridiculous.
It outgrossed the movie Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest as the highest grossing release in entertainment history up to that point. Another fun fact is that more than 500 million games of Halo 2 have been played on Xbox Live. Now,
wow, Ray, you're just chock full of fun facts too, aren't you?
Well, Halo 2 had a lot of fun facts to spout out.
Well, that's good.
It's also... It was the 5th selling best video game in the United States as of 2007. And up until Gears of War came out, it was the most played game on Xbox Live. That's even after the 360 was released. So people were still firing up their Halo 2s on their new Xbox 360s more than they were Xbox 360 games.
That's understandable. I mean, this is a pretty spectacular game.
Well, that's very true.
I get the impression Bungie really had an idea of what was they were doing.
Now, multiple map packs have been released. They released one set of map packs on disc, and then they released more after the release of the 360 and on the Xbox Live Marketplace.
And in case you were wondering, he was gesturing around at some piles of games because we do have a copy of the map packs.
Oh, yes, we do. So basically, this is the game that cemented online Xbox Live. Like, a lot of games got it started and got the framework going Halo 2 is the game that pushed it to the stratosphere as the leading online service in video games. And it's quite unfortunate that now you can't play this game on Xbox Live.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad.
it's kind of ridiculous. Because if this is that popular, then obviously they shouldn't cut their own legs off.
But, I mean, by the time that they did cut it off, Halo 3 had already been out. So it had Halo Reach. So there were some good games for people to continue to play if they wanted to continue to stay in the Halo universe. There's a Halo Anniversary Collection. Well, it's what? Halo Combat Evolved 10th Anniversary Edition, right?
Yeah, there's a Halo re-release. That's the one you're talking about, is it not?
Coming out on the 360, 10 years to the date of Halo 1's release. So that'll be November 15th, 2011. So there's a good possibility by the time you see this, that game will already be out.
Yep, you're already playing Halo 1 again on your 360. Only hopefully this time with live.
Yes, it does have live support. That is definitely one of the things that they wanted to put in that game. And I have the full expectation that if Microsoft does not put out a re-release of Halo 2, I think there will be some very sorely disappointed people out there.
Yeah, gonna have to agree with that.
And as we were saying, this was the best-selling game on the original Xbox. There's not much else you can say about that. It was that popular. Now, now that we have reached the end here, I think it's time to say goodbye to the original Xbox and close it out here. Luke, do you have any last words to say to the original Xbox before we put her away?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright. All I have to say is remember your history or you're doomed to repeat it. But since Microsoft's still only in their second console, they're doing alright.
I think they have a pretty good grasp on their history, though, and they've got enough backing from them that I don't think they'll have too many problems.
If they make a few mistakes along the way, maybe they can fix them.
Yeah.
Alright, folks. Hope you enjoyed. As you notice, this one's a little bit longer than some of the other ones. But,
Considering how big of a game it was, I think
games
that's
get bigger.
understandable.
Games get bigger this generation, so episodes are going to be bigger. Alright, folks. Adios.
PG.